Well, we're out here at old man Melvin's house, guy I work with. He's a good guy. He said don't tell nobody that we said that. Picked up an old pop-up camper frame at a frickin' love, Ohio. It's cold. Snowing, of course, we had to deal on a snow day. But, I mean, it's just an old pop-up camper frame. It's a little longer than we want, but I'm pretty sure I should be able to move them axles in there, wherever I need to. Get some wheels for it, clean it up, make a deck. I mean, it's lightweight. I mean, we just drug it around the trailer after we got it pulled up on. But hopefully this will become our drag and drive trailer. All right, welcome back to another episode of Quarter Horse Customs. We are starting our drag and drive trailer. Wow, I have some really dumb ideas sometimes. Anyway, what we're going to do here, we picked this up from a buddy of mine. We yanked off the old top. It used to be a pop-up camper, you know. Quah! Camper. Too big for what we wanted to do. He had it sitting out back his property for, I don't even know how many years. Anyway, I was like, hey, I need a trailer. And he goes, I got one. I was like, sweet, I'll come get it. So we came and got it. You can find them $100 every day on the face, Craigslist. Maybe even your buddy's neighbor has one. But what we got here is a really happy baby. And a trailer frame that is way too big. So, I'm going to go ahead and snip off some of the extra here. I'm going to leave a little bit extra of this because we only got 3 foot and 9 inches on the inside rails here. Then we're going to also have to eventually move the axle to about here. And then somehow, some way, I don't quite know, figure out, research, make up something. We're going to make it into a camper. Again, but not pop-up style. 4x8. You know, because if I'm going on the drag and drive, I'm not going to be sitting there trying to find a hotel and another hotel. And if I can't make it to that hotel because I'm broke down on the side of the road, what am I going to do? I'm just, you can't cancel the reservation. Now you're out a couple $100. So a guy thought, why don't we just make a camper? If I break down, we can just throw the rug rat in the camper for a little while. She can play. She's safe, out of the way, not trying to be on the side of the road. And then, you know, when the wife gets fed up with me, I can just throw her in the camper. She can watch the gas jugs and hold on to spare tires. And then when we are doing it, you know, just pull up to the Loves or what else we got? Loves, Casey's, somewhere, Walmart. And we can just prop her up, camp overnight, watch some TV, have a little couch and a bed in there, and then in the morning wake up and throw everything back in here and hit the road. You know, we're at the racetrack, it's getting hot, we're not running for 2 hours, we can just chill out in the camper. So that's the plan. So you now know the plan. I don't know I know what we're finished is supposed to look like. I just don't know that crucial information on the inside, but we're going to figure that out and you guys are going to join us. So I'm going to start yanking some stuff off of here and make it more-ish, kind of like what we want-ish. Sure, right? Yep, okay. Here we go. All right, so here's the plan. So we trim down the sides, and I've been doing some math, and we're not quite 4 foot here in the middle. So that kind of dings my idea. But go ahead, put that down. All the way to the edge, right there. Oh yeah, can you hold it? Can you hold it? All right, so we are at 3 foot, 9 inches, 45 inches. So in hindsight, we're really only losing 1.5 inches on each side. Now I was thinking I could go ahead and just gusset out, 1.5 inches here on each side and run the wood down overhanging a little bit. I could do that very much easily. But I got thinking more and more. Obviously this axle is going to have to come up here. So I was thinking, could a guy unbolt it here and just bring that whole thing, take that one off, unweld it, and weld it up here, leave that one, just slide the whole axle up. That would pretty much center my axle because we're ending right here on this bar. I'm probably going to have to trim this one. So instead of having to move that one up and then move that one in, etc., to re-support it, I'll just trim the edges, weld that up nice and tight. We'll cut it off, and then we'll just run the 45 inches, right? I mean, it's just going to be me, the wife, and the daughter, and, maybe some friends if they want to come out and hang out. And can we just, we're on a budget, guys. I mean, come on. How much, I want to make it cheap. And we'll be pretty cheap. We'll have to make a few extra cuts, not being 4x in the 8. But I think this would work better. We got to move the axle up. I'm trying to maneuver around that, sliding it in. And then I think a guy's going to go ahead and delete on this guy or slide him up in here to give a little bit extra support on the rear end. And then we'll take one of our big old beaver boys over here. He's a big one. And turn that into the rear bumper back here. We'll probably take that guy out and just butt it up right there on the edge. And that'll be our rear support / bumpulator. And what's nice is we're going to have this bar, and this bar running all the way through the camper. We'll do some reinforcing welds where they just kind of, not going to go crazy, but can we just stiffen her up a bit? But this thing is light. Light. So can we lighten it up a little more, sturdy it up a little bit more? I think we can do that. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to flip this whole thing over, and I'm going to start looking into cutting out this back two here, doing some measurements, bringing it up, and seeing how it looks right here. If I don't like it, I guess what a guy will do is just cut these out too, scooch them back. Just going to see how it looks. Can we look at me. Yep, just look right there. Yep, visualize. Something kind of like this. Can we just scooch it upwards? That should work, right? Look, it's all mathed out. It looks perfect. What could go wrong? All right, so we're going to flip this over. So, can a guy get it up over? Sure. That should work. Jack stands. We got the wife. She's going to take the easy end. I get the axles. Where's my hat? I feel naked. It's going to go up on edge, and then we'll scooch it, and then we'll finish flipping. You have to go this way first a little bit. Well, that's what I said. Right? Ready? Oops. Get it to sit there, and then use the jack stand as the hinge to. Ooh, we're sliding off the jack stand. Get over there. There we go. You missed it. I did. Pick it up. There you go. So, we're gonna go ahead and take our highly modified box body wheels off. Don't get back on it. Yes, because those are specific. I'll do the other side, because the other side is normal, right? Yep. Hey, what do your lug nuts say? Do they have an L on the top? Mine have an R. Huh. Ain't that cool? They let you know.
So does the second light come on? Put the R on the left side?
Well, basically, if you switch the lug nuts and manage to thread them in, you're just never taking the wheel off. Are you having issues remembering to turn them the wrong way?
Yes, but I'm really not.
Not either.
Really? Sure, I think you do. Okay.
Alright, now.
Let me get out of the way. Perfect.
Alright, take the priage. Actually, you want to go grab that side and we'll just scooch it up?
Mm-hmm. You ready?
Yep. Tilt. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Oh, great. We broke the trailer. Thoughtage?
Huh?
Is it too far forward? Too centered?
I don't know.
We should look up science of trailer axle placement. I think centerage would be better, right?
You kind of want it level on both front and back.
That's what I thought. Let's just go ahead and measure from axle to back and axle to front. But then again, we do have the tongue way up there, so I guess that does put it kind of backwards. And
let's measure.
Is there trailer science? Like, I don't know. All right, looks like this is actually in the center. So we'll just go ahead and go from here to here, which is 36 inches, 3 foot. And from here to back here is less than 36, so it'd be kind of favoring the back. So I think it'd be perfect.
That's what I was thinking.
Most of the camper weight will be here, so I think...
We're not going to be in it while we're driving. So.
Yeah, no, it's just going to... We'll try to load most of our stuff into the here and some, you know...
For the axle. I think it'd be perfect.
I think it'll be perfect right here. And it saves me hours of welding, besides welding what all needs to be re-tacked up, which we'll go ahead and get that done probably before we Zeus these in, so that way these are Zeus to good things. So...
You also... Or into the...
Yeah, we'll wire wheel it first before we even try anything. Well, we got a little bit of an update. Well, as you notice, the sides are gone. Except for this one. Got to get the square and make sure we're going to hit the right anglage here. So what I think I'm going to do is take some scrap and just like something like that. There, yep. That way I can have a straight on frame. I don't have to worry about anglaging the wood and all that stuff. And I can keep this as my front, because I think this tongue is like perfect length. So if a guy can keep that, that'd be good. And then I did some support welding on all these guys, because we did take off the edge. I think I'm going to put a plate here as a gusset to kind of... And, you know, weld. And then, you know, we're going to take those old side bars and we're going to put one of the big boys here on the back. Have a nice bumper later. But I don't really like these. Okay, they'd be fine for supports for the wood. But structural integrity, I think I'm going to take that 4x4 or 2x2. I'm going to take that 2x2 out. Bring it on in here. And go straight across here. Notch it out right around there. And we'll just Zeus that in. And that'll give this a little more structurals. And I think that'll be fine. We'll notch it to go up and around this guy. We'll just weld that in, and then we'll have used all metal originally from the trailer to make the trailer. And then we're going to go ahead and move our shackle mounts from here to up here. And that should give us our perfect trailer. And we still got to cut the edge off, but I got to go do that. Got to do the math on it. Anyways, so if a guy was going to take a nap. Oh. Night-night. The guy fits in here. Do I have to sleep there? Even though even if we go the other way, we'll fit. It'll work. Oh, this is uncomfortable. I don't know. Maybe not. This is a little uncomfortable. Oh, wait, that's right. It's not done yet. You know, sit in here, set up a little TV up there, and just chill. Have this little couch made in here. This is going to work. All right, back to work. Let's get this going. Well, we're getting ready to weld in the new brackets, new old brackets. Put these guys in here,
so we can relocate our axle forwarder. We got this part nice and welded in, so that's going to be nice and solid in the front. Then we'll figure out where we're going to cut for the back. But before we do all that, we're going to go ahead and get these welded in while we're upside down. Got both sides nice and cleaned up really well. Zeus those down, clean them up. And then before I go to work, we'll put a coat of rust reformer paint on here. And hope to God we still got a trailer left, or maybe it'll just be a skeleton of paint. Well, here we go. We did some measurements, got everything lined up, got that all Zeused in. I am not a welder by any means, so please don't go crazy in the comments critiquing my stuff. I had it glowing red on both sides, so must have had some decent penetration, but I'm probably going to go ahead and weld along the bottom just because, you know, I'm not a welder, so can a guy just make sure? I don't know, maybe, sure. But yep, we got it cooked. Now we can get the axle put in, throw our mock-up tires back on, and see what we're looking like. And then I can come back in and Zeus in the rest of this stuff. Actually, I should probably do that now. Thanks, guy. Yep, you. Thanks for reminding me. Well, there we go. I threw some paint on my welds down there. We have axleage. That's what I think, you know. Come on, let's step back. Yep. Step back and soak it in. I think that's gonna be perfect. Gaboing, 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 gaboing. Yep. I'm gonna throw some red Loctite on these. Just went and bought some 9/16 fine thread and grade 8s. Let's get our modified Fox body wheels. By modified, I mean, well, you know, they didn't exactly fit. And they were spares, and I have like 12 of them. So, might have drilled the holes out a little bit. Just for now. We're not going on the road with them like that. I think this is looking really good. Just needs to go lower. We need to get smaller tires on there. But we got to be careful. We got to get tires that don't go too fast. So we need them to go faster but slower but faster. But smaller but slower but faster-ish. Keep it with the car. And there's a lot of height there. I need to just bring it down just a little bit. I know those aren't proper tires, but you know what? We're getting there. And she looks pretty damn good. Well, I'll see you guys when I come out tomorrow. Now, still got to replace this. When I do that, I'm going to paint the rest of this. This is just rust reformer. All cleaned up. Added support in here. Tied in all these ones a little bit better. Added the rear bumpulator bar. Then we even snagged these guys up. All right. Well, we've been busting away behind the scenes. You really couldn't do a whole lot of filming. There was so much dust around. So, where we're at in the project, we have got it pretty much ready to be painted. And I just, got to go over a little bit, make sure we can see, rust reformer on everything. Got some more information about the trailer. This has been sitting since approximately 1975. That means for the last 40 years, this trailer has been sitting out back behind the old man's house. And here soon, it's probably going to go the fastest it's ever gone in its entire life. Behind a race car. Threw on these side guys here. Tie this guy back in with this guy. Kind of give it just a little bit better of a look. Make it a little stronger. But, I think we're sitting at a good spot here with my axle placement. Did all the math. Weight, scales, positioning the axle. Whole bunch of calculations. Not even a little bit. And I'm just using one finger. This thing is probably balanced out about perfectly. Like I said, everything we used on this for extra metal was metal we already took off of it. Like the 2x3 for the rear bumper. We cut those off the sides. Remember, they were way out here, coming all the way back. The extra support here was one of the tail pieces coming out the back. And then there's a few strips like here and there that were old inner pieces. So everything we put in this trailer is stuff we already had. Except we will have to buy a new tongue because
It don't work right. And then we got brand new tires. And by brand new, I mean we hopped on Facebook and searched until we could find some 4-lugs. We found some for a steal, $35 for 2. And they still got the nibbly wibblies on there. Load range C. Don't need no load range C. Not where we're going, but it's there. We've got ourselves sitting up about 16 inches when we're level. I think that is absolutely perfect. So, I think this is going to be it for the camper frame part of it. I know I still got to, weld on that, but, that's nothing. If you guys want me to post something about how we put on a new tongue, just let me know down in the comments. But yep, this is the start of our drag and drive trailer. Looks pretty good. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And then if you guys like this, let me know as well. And we'll go ahead and put the entire build. That way, if you guys want to go on a drag and drive, you can build your own little square drop camper. Thank you.